Namaste programs, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator Discover Norway Bush Trip Leg 7 from Vigra to Kvernberget. Let's go. Let's not dally-dilly. Take brake off again. What do we want? 80 degrees. Get in the air, which is quicker to get to 80. Pretty much right behind us, so we'll go out over the water, I reckon. Oh, look at this little church over here sneaking up on us. What are you doing? Let's get our flaps up. Get out here a bit and then turn around. Enjoy this little town below us while we can. Very pretty. Did I get the wheels up? I did. I just do that automatically, apparently. Let's turn a right round over the, I said lake, over the water, over the sea. $90, $85, $80. This way. Okay. We're going to need to be a little bit higher. We'll use the getting to the middle of the runway basically to do that. Start trimming down a bit. 80 degrees, start our clock. Alright, we want 10:17. And we're going to Rommeldsfjorden. Set a course for Rommeldsfjorden, the 9th longest fjord in Norway, 30 nautical miles east of Alesund Airport. The 9th longest fjord. That's a hell of a stat. I'll have you know we're the 9th longest fjord in all of Norway. I mean, I guess there's millions of fjords. I guess there's thousands of fjords. Are we going to need to be higher? Around all these beautiful little islands. Back to the airport of Alesund, formerly known as Aleppo. Hello, big mountain. Alright, what's going on with our fuel then? So we're all the way, we've got too much on the right, so let's go right tank for a bit, because why not? Quite windy, a little bit bumpy. Beautiful little sheer mountain face here. Little town hidden amongst the fjords. Feel like we could be high up, so let's do that. Oh, little row of houses, aren't you pretty? Why are you on that side of the road, though? Wouldn't you rather be on the water? How strange. Maybe they want to be up on the hill a bit. I won't judge them too harshly. But I will judge them. I think that might be enough for the climbing for now. I think we're basically above this big peak in front of us. Close enough. I don't know if it's this plane or the new update, but trimming seems to be so much more, I don't know what the word is, like 1% makes so much of a difference. Before it was very little of a difference. It was just very subtle changes. Now you press 1% and suddenly you go from descending quickly to ascending quickly. Maybe it's just this plane. But then again, I think we went to the new update on the previous plane, didn't we? Or was it this? Were we doing Norway already? When it had the big update? Well, it broke everything? So we've done 5.5 minutes of 10 minutes, so I guess this fjord in front of us is the actual fjord we want, but that could be a poor guess. I mean, it could be maybe like in here is Romelsfjorden. We'll see where we are at 10 minutes and reassess. Actually try and descend a bit. We're now over the big mountains. Get closer to the ground so that we can see things more clearly. I wouldn't mind having a little bit more speed. Just a smidge. More little towns on the edge of the water. Quite, I'll have to say, quite a lot more populated than I would have thought it would be with this kind of landscape. We've seen this in Patagonia and Balkan. We've sort of seen this kind of stuff everywhere, but usually with the mountains there just isn't much civilization. But obviously Norway, they don't care about that shit. They'll plonk their flag wherever they want, and damn well please. Beautiful little area as well. It's all beautiful, isn't it? I keep saying beautiful little area. Oh, look, as if this any more beautiful than everything else we've seen. It's all fucking beautiful. Alright, we just ticked over 8 minutes, another 2 minutes. So I don't think that's going to get us to that particular fjord over there. Maybe this one on the right. That might be a bit early, actually. I think it might be this one here. This might be Romaldsfjorden. Maybe it's just this big one, this main one over here. I don't know. Putting as point of interest body of water is a little bit odd. Why not make this town, for example? You know, and mention the bridge as a point of interest to help with navigation. Alright, let's go back to 3%. I think we're good enough height. Not bad, good height. Yeah, another minute or so. I'm going to assume this thing to the right is the fjord that we're looking for with its bridge. Oh, maybe not. How could that be the 9th longest fjord? If that's the 9th longest fjord, that's fucked up. So this must be the fjord they're talking about? The one we're over right now? I'm just going to go on the timings. I'm just going to have to hope it's okay, because we did basically start from the center of the runway at almost full speed, so it should match out pretty well. There we go, 10:17. So now we want 003 for 3:19. Freyjefjorden. Just under 10 nautical miles north is the gorgeous Freyjefjorden. I said it alright the first time, I reckon. Freyjefjorden. There we go. Just try and get the lips to do it. 003. It's all the way over here. We're going to go 3 minutes in this direction and suddenly find a different fjord? I don't think so. I question this. I question this immensely. Guess maybe a fjord over this hill? Or would this be the fjord they're talking about? Oh, this is a big town, city almost, just lying here, just sitting here on the fjord, and with a runway on it. Not the runway we're headed to, though. This must be the longest fjord, right? So, I wonder where it's taken us. I mean, could that be the fjord that they're referring to? Freyjefjorden? Just this channel here? Or will there be something over here? We've got 40 seconds before the turn. And I've turned way off the mark here. Just gonna have to trust in the timings again. I guess that's a fjord over there, just here. Tiny little fjord. Is that Freyjafjorden? Is that to what you refer? I'll try and climb a little bit because I think we're probably going over those hills there. Hills, he says, looking at mountains. Alright, we're about to hit 3 minutes and 8 seconds. We are almost over this bit of water here. It might be the edge of Freyjafjorden. Alright, well, I'm going to wait till we're over the water, actually. Just to make... because the next turn is slightly to the right. And I'd rather go through the valley-ish than over the mountain-ish, if you get my drift. Carefully. Hold. Hold. Alright, 49 degrees for 3 minutes and 8 seconds. And just for a change, instead of going for a body of water, we're going to Kvernesfjorden. Fly northeast 9.2 nautical miles to Kvernesfjorden, another of the country's great fjords. Just for a change of pace. That must be this one here then. Hopefully. 49. Go back to level flight. I think we're high enough. Oh, what a weird set of colours, where one set of photographs ended and another set of photographs started. And these, you know, these are, it was photographed with clouds and stuff, so that's cool. That's cute. Beautiful. Absolute beauty. Right, we might drop a bit of height again. We're over the mountains. We're about halfway to where we're supposed to be, which seems about right. This must be Kvernesfjorden. Kvernesfjorden. I'm trying programs. I am not Norwegian, unfortunately. That'll do on the descending. Judging by the next turning, which is very slightly to the left, our airport that we're landing at must be beyond those hills over there, and those mountains, so we're going to need to stay up this high, I think. Another 40 seconds or so before it's turn-in time. Yet another fairly large town. Football field. I'm not seeing a church though. Right, give it another 8 seconds. That'll do. Alright, we want 39 degrees. Lightly this way. For 5 minutes 23. There we go. And we're going to Vernberget. Continue on your heading and then touch down at Kristiansund Airport. Now looking at the picture, there's some water nearby, there's a hill next to it, and surrounded by forest, concrete runway. So 5 minutes this way, that might almost be on that little island over there, if not further. If not further! We're going to need to get over these mountains, and then start descending, and then hopefully find an airport. Not the button I wanted to press. There we go. Alright, I thought it might have been on that little bit of jutting land there, but it doesn't look like it. I'm not seeing any airport. It's not on this map yet, and nor would I expect it to be with still 4 minutes to go. And I still haven't figured out where the zoom button is. So there's a thin channel of water next to the runway that has sort of islands, small islands in it. No, they're too big, they're too big. It must be beyond this next little hill here. We'll start descending a bit. Even power down a bit more so that we're not going too fast. I kind of want to just sneak over this mountain here. Where are we going? ENKB. Can we see it on the map yet? Not yet. How do I change the fucking zoom? Heading. Nav receiver. Audio level. Altimeter. Map range, maybe. Mouse wheel up and down. That's what we want. There we go. ENKB. It's over here. Figured out how to zoom. Finally. Let's turn slightly to the left. We're still descending good enough. Well done. Well done-ish. It must be here. Where's the approach to this? Yeah, okay, I said there was a hill to the left of it. Yeah, there is a hill. So it's basically at the base of the hill. I think we can afford to start descending then. Completely. Let's just get our flaps down and everything. Try to get an idea of where this runway is. I mean, I can see where the runway is, but where's the end of it? Somewhere about there in my eyes. This must be the very end. That must be where we're supposed to be landing. Something like that. Flaps down, landing gear down. Get to 90 degrees to this runway. Trim back up a bit just to make life easier. Wonder why this looks like a Greek town. What's with all these? What's this? What's all these columns and shit? Okay, got a good view of the runway now. I think we can start turning towards it. Bit of power, we're coming in short, which is what we want. to have the most control. Try not to land on these warehouses. Bit more power so that we don't land on these trees.
500.
What are you complaining about? Good enough. Good enough. We're above the trees. We've got our wheels down, yes. Right, I think that's enough. Start flaring. You're fine, plane. Don't complain. Don't complain. Lol. On the plane comms. Terrible joke, Chaz. Terrible joke. Alright, so that was leg... I don't even know what leg that was. Was that 7? I think that was 7. If it's not 7, well, you know, it was 20... There was 30 minutes ago that I read that, and I've already forgotten. That's you know, old age for you. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for existing. Au revoir, goodbye.